Georgia voters will head to the polls Tuesday to cast their votes in the primary. The race is in the national spotlight, at least the governor's race is, with the Republican ticket between incumbent Brian Kemp and former U.S. Senator David Perdue. Action News Jack's Jake Stofan got an exclusive interview today with Perdue.
Trump-endorsed gubernatorial hopeful David Perdue went on the attack against his primary opponent in our interview today.
He allowed the Democrats to basically commit fraud in Georgia.
During our nearly 20-minute conversation, Perdue repeatedly claimed there was significant fraud in the 2020 election, despite Georgia's Secretary of State having maintained the exact opposite. In fact, there's been no substantiated evidence of widespread voter fraud in Georgia's 2020 election. Perdue has maintained his position since the 2020 election, even at one point questioning the results of his own failed re-election bid for U.S. Senate.
Do you worry that rhetoric like that could potentially discourage voters from coming out?
We know what happens if we don't vote. Right now, I have people telling me they'll crawl across a room of broken glass if they have to vote.
Despite Perdue's endorsement from former President Trump, polling shows him more than 20 points behind Kemp. The Trump endorsement has yielded mixed results in primaries around the country. However, Perdue is banking on new voters to push him over the top in Georgia.
Half the people voted in this election so far did not vote in the 18 primary, so they would not be included in any of the polls that we're talking about. These are the very people that are upset about the election.
As far as why he believes he's best positioned to take on likely Democratic gubernatorial nominee Stacey Abrams, Perdue asserts Kemp's stance on the 2020 election has divided the party.
This is why the governor has divided the state. There are a lot of people who want that fixed, and the governor has denied any wrongdoing, denied anything happened. And then in a debate, he said, well, I never said it was a clean election. We've always had fraud in our election. So a lot of people are really upset about that.
For local coverage you can count on, I'm Jake Stofan, Action News Jax.